Yeah, I'll react to that, sure.
Hey guys. Okay. Preemptive link to the original video, top of the description. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's learn how to drive from Walter's World, or on the other side of the road.
Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Walter's World.
Hello.
Today we're in.
I think I'm a good driver. I think most people would consider themselves good drivers, though, but I don't know if I would trust myself over here.
London, and today we're going to... Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Walter's World, and today we're in London, and today what we're going to talk about is probably one of the biggest reasons why people don't explore more of England or Wales or Scotland or Ireland or Northern Ireland, and that is driving on the left-hand side of the road. Not the wrong side of the road, the left-hand side of the road. And the thing is we get lots of letters from people saying, hey, you know, I'm really kind of worried about this. This is why we don't do it. We only go to London or York or something like that. Look, if you want to really explore England, or you want to explore Wales, definitely, or Scotland, you need to have your own car and you need to drive around. And so what we're going to do is cover some of the things you should know about driving in England and Wales and Scotland and Ireland and Northern Ireland, stuff like that, in this video, so that you're better prepared, so you feel more comfortable, because you really need to do that to really explore these beautiful countries. And the thing is yes, they drive on the left side of the road, but the thing is, that's not the toughest part, okay? After a day, you're used to driving on the left side of the road. If you've got GPS, a lot of times they'll have the little warning system, don't forget to stay on the left, stay on the left. So it's not really that big of an issue after the first day, okay? The first day you're like, whoa, this is weird, but after a day, seriously, you're kind of okay with it. What's really troublesome are the roundabouts when you go through, okay? So we're going to talk about that among...
A roundabout on the left. I would crash. I would just purposely crash.
other things.
Why would I do that? I don't know why.
Are the roundabouts when you go through, okay? So we're going to talk about that, among other things. And what I want to do is I actually want to start when you're renting your car, okay? When you're coming to any of these countries in the UK or Ireland or whatever, there's plenty of car agencies you can get, you know, the big ones like a Hertz or a Europa Car, Enterprise, Alamo. They have those here, no big deal. Also, there's smaller firms as well you can rent from, local firms. So getting a car rental isn't too bad, isn't too difficult. It's the same as anywhere else in the world. What's also cool about coming to the UK or Ireland is they don't ask for an international driver's license from U.S. travelers. So you've got your U.S. license, you should be fine. If you want to pick up one at your AAA, you can go get one and have that in case you're going to go to Greece or something like that, okay? But for here, usually you're just fine. Now, when you're renting your car, what you need to realize is most of the time you're going to get a stick shift, a manual transmission, okay? So it's going to be in your left.
I'm so screwed. I'm so screwed.
Side. Now, the numbers are in the same spot as they are in the U.S., no big deal, but I know a lot of people now don't
I've never felt like less of a...
drive manual in the U.S. because it's really hard to find manual cars in the U.S. But here, man, that's the de facto one you're going to get at your car rental place. You can get an automatic, but you're going to pay a severe price premium, like a lot more money to get the automatic versus the stick, but it is an option out there you can do. Also, if you are driving stick, one thing I would say is reverse. If you can't figure out how to get it into the R position, there's a little plunger thing that you put your fingers on and pull up, and then you can put it in reverse. And so you don't accidentally hit it in reverse by accident and hit a car, okay? So they have that plunger to protect you from going into reverse by accident. And the two things I would suggest you get with your rental is, one, get a GPS. Because one of the things, if you're going through Wales or Scotland or someplace like this, sometimes you're kind of getting off the beaten track, and your cell coverage might not be as good there, or you might not have it in some spots. So you probably want that GPS that's always connected, so you're okay. Also, the GPS really helps with the roundabouts, because it'll say, take the third roundabout and do it now, you know, and they're pretty much more up to date than your phone is, so that can make life a little easier. Also, I would pick up the insurance package, because if you're not sure about driving when you are in Europe, remember, your insurance package back home, if you're from the US, will not cover you on rental cars in England, okay, so, or the UK or Ireland. So you probably need to pick up the extra rental insurance just in case, because if you're not used to it, you might nick a side mirror or something like that, so you want to be careful with that one. Now, when you are renting your car, if you're going to be doing,
I think that'd be a worthy investment for me.
Adventure around England, like
I feel like I'm making myself out to be a worse driver. I think I'm a good driver, okay? I don't go right, I'm okay. It's just all of the
This week, we just came for a week. The kids had
maybe I'd be fine.
a week off school. And we drove around. We got our car at Heathrow when we came in, and then we went to Brighton, then Stonehenge, then Bath and Wales. Then we came back to Heathrow to drop it off. Then we came to explore London. That is one of the things I highly recommend you not do is do not drive in London, okay? The city is insane. You don't want to drive in the city. So what we always do, whether we're flying into Edinburgh or Dublin or here in London, is we get our car first and then go out and explore the country.
That makes sense. Same here. If you can drive, I went to college in New York City. If you can drive it, and I had my car there. If you can drive in New York City, I think you can drive anywhere in the U.S.
Then come back and drop it off at the airport, then come see the city, whether it's Edinburgh or London or whatever. So then I don't need the car in those cities. You can take public transports or the cabs and stuff like that. No problem, okay? Because the parking is an issue, the traffic's an issue in the big cities. So if you can do that, I would explore the country first and then come drop it off the airport, then go in and see the Londons and stuff like that, okay?
Good idea.
But the thing is, the big issue you do have here are the roundabouts, okay? So here, you don't see as many traffic lights. You know, in the U.S., you have the four-way stops with the stoplights and stuff like that. You do have some of those here, but also you might have the stoplights on a roundabout or a roundabout by itself. And what a roundabout is, it's a traffic circle. And so you're going around the traffic circle. And the thing is, what lane you're going to get into when you go into it will depend where you want to get out. So if you're going to take the...
No problem with roundabouts. I love roundabouts. I think they're better. I like them more than intersections. I think they're more efficient. What do I know? But I think they feel more safe. But it's just being on the other side of the road in a roundabout just makes my brain
first exit,
not
you're going to get on the left lane and go right there and just go poop right off. If you're going to be going like kind of like straight, so through it in like the second or third or fourth exit, you're probably going to be in the second lane, like the right hand lane. So you're going to go through, okay, and then what you're going to do is as you go around the circle, it kind of, you move over a little bit, you hit your blinker, and then you go out, okay? Now, if you ever watch European Vacation, National Lampoon's European Vacation, we're like, look kid, Big Ben, Parliament, look kid, Big Ben, Parliament, because they couldn't get out of the traffic circle. You just kind of move over a little bit when you go around. And what's cool is if you miss your exit, don't freak out and take the next one. Just go around the traffic circle again and then get your right exit, okay? Because it is kind of complicated, but the thing is you will get used to it. But that's why I say the GPS is really helpful with dealing with those roundabouts. Now the thing is,
like I feel so much more safe around a driver that's like, you know, he might be relaxed, might have like one hand on the wheel, might not be ideal, rather than someone with like 10 and 2, like you know, confidence.
Sometimes the roundabouts will have stoplights on them, so you do have to follow the stoplights. One thing I would say about the stoplights, when it goes from red to green, it goes red with a yellow light to kind of like let you know what to go, and then green, and so you can do that and go with that one. Jocelyn has a little comment about that.
So that yellow.
It's interesting. You have the yellow, then green.
Yellow like that. It's just giving you warnings so that you can get back into gear. So you're not sitting at a stoplight with your foot smashed down on the clutch for hours.
Makes sense.
It gets painful. You have a little bit of warning, but don't go at that. Okay, now turn that thing off.
So I know when you drive in the U.S., you used to see the state cops on the side of the road trying to get speeders and stuff like that. Well, the next stuff I want to talk about are the cops and tickets you might get when you are here. One thing you need to realize is
they don't have guns, right? You can just go.
And stuff
that was a joke. Okay, sorry.
Get when you are here. One thing you need to realize is the police, the firemen, and stuff like that. They have their lights on all the time when you're going around the country. So don't like freak out and say I got to pull over. They'll have their sirens on too. That's when you really have to pull over. But don't think they're pulling you over because they have lights on. They just have their lights on all the time. So that's going to help you out. Another thing you want to know is there's variable speed limits on the motorway. So the motorway is the big highway, you know, with limited exits. The A roads, that's like the main back roads kind of stuff that you'll go between cities on the off-beaten path. Yes, and you will deal with a lot of rain when you're there too, like I am now. And you want to be careful because it can get slick, you can hydroplane and stuff like that. So do be careful when you are driving. Now,
something weird that I really like about that sound. At first I found it kind of annoying, and then it like put me into like a trance.
With a lot of rain when you're there too, like I am now. And you want to be careful because it can get slick. You can
making my ears tingly.
Hydroplane and stuff like that. So do be careful when you are driving. Now, other things you want to look at in terms of the speed limits and stuff like that. Like I was saying, on the motorway, you have a variable speed limit. So sometimes it'll be 60 miles an hour.
I can't even. I don't know why. I like that noise.
Be 70.
Making me hard to concentrate.
Saying on the motorway, you have a variable speed limit. So sometimes it'll be 60 miles an hour. Sometimes it'll be 70. Sometimes it'll be 40, depending on traffic and conditions. So they will do that. So do have a heads up. And they have the traffic cameras that camera you. Yeah. And they'll get you even if you are, renting a car, they'll get you. Okay. Another thing they have is they'll have average times. Like they'll take a picture of you here, and then 10 miles down the road, they'll take another picture of you, and boom, they'll nail you for going too fast over that speed, like that amount of time. That kind of sucks. Now, some general things you need to know about when you are driving here in England and Wales and all these kind of places is, one, when you're trying to find parking, parking is a premium. So when you're getting your apartment and stuff like that, make sure there's parking with it, or there's some kind of option to get parking, because it's not always easy to do. And when you get parking, it's kind of not complicated, but you want to know the numbers on your license plate when you get your ticket to put in the front of your car. But I'll let Jocelyn talk about that.
So when you're paying for parking in England, the way it works is you put your number of your car, of your license plate in. There's a registration number. It's the two numbers together on the license plate. You put that in, you put the card, your coins in, you push the green button, and out pops your ticket that you put on your dashboard, and obviously change comes out there. But anyway, so you need to know those two numbers on your license plate.
And Jocelyn's right. I mean, that's one of the things you want to make sure you got your ticket in the window so you're okay. Now, some other general things you should know about driving here. One thing is you'll see they use miles for the distances and also the speed you're going to use. So
Sorry. How long is it going to take? I still have like I know it's not like I'm there, right? It's not like me seeing a few videos of cars and driving in the UK is somehow equivalent to experiencing it there. Of course not. But I'm still like, oh my God. Like I flinch. I'm like, well, what's going on here? Well, what's going on?
Thing is you'll see they use so you're okay. Now, some other general things you should know about driving here. One thing is you'll see they use miles for the distances and also the speed you're going to use. So there is that, which can be confusing if your GPS is in kilometers. So sometimes the numbers don't quite line up. So that can be kind of tough. When you get gas, though, you get gas in liters. And the gas here is very expensive. Like if you compare it to the US, you're getting like 1 liter for the price of 1 gallon of gas. So you're going to add up your money when you are here. What's cool is when you rent cars, there's smaller cars here, so they get better gas mileage, so that's kind of helpful. So something to keep in mind when you do it. Also, with the gas thing, if you are going to be renting a car, get the package that pays for the gas.
Wait, what are the zigzags? What are the ziggy zags for? What's the difference between the zigzags and just a straight?
So with the gas thing, if you are going to be renting a car, get the package that pays for the gas so you don't have to go back and fill up before you come in, because sometimes it's hard to find gas stations near the airports, whether it's Heathrow or whether it's in Dublin and stuff like that, okay? And the last thing I'm going to talk about before, so I can go back inside because I'm flying out today and we'll finish this at the airport, is the roads here are very tight, okay? You don't have a lot, there's no luxury lanes, okay? So it's kind of tight. So you want to make sure when you are driving here, you are paying attention to the road and stuff like that. And if you're going to take some back roads, you might have a 1-lane road with hedgerows really high. It's okay, that happens. And so if someone's coming the other way, make sure you turn into like the hedgerow a little bit or the little cutoff so that person go by, or vice versa.
Is it like a dominance thing, or is there a rule? Like, you have to play chicken, or I just wonder if they're like always the people who pull aside and always the ones who go forward, or oh shoot, sorry.
Also, if it's where there's lots of parking on your side of the road, and someone else is coming, you're the one who has to kind of go in so they can go by. So we'll finish this at the airport because we're taking off today because I'm getting soaked and I don't want to be soaking wet on the plane. Bye.
It's a cool video. Definitely interesting. I was gonna pick between a few, but I saw Walter's World had one on driving, so I picked his because I'm used to his channel. He has really good videos. Yeah, I hope I didn't come off too unconfident, but I am. I'm not confident. Unconfident. Anyways, first video of the day. Really interesting. I would appreciate any answers to the questions I had. Any comments in general, would really appreciate them. I hope you guys are doing well. I'll see you next time. Bye.